Welcome everyone. So in this video, we'll talk about AI voice agent for dental appointment. So what we are going to do in this is that let's say when we visit a website and we see some page of like booking an appointment. So this is a case of study of Angel Smile Studio. So in this, what we are going to do is we are going to book a dental appointment. So let me just go for book an appointment. This is a simple HTML page which is created. So in this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill my details and let's see what happens after that. My phone number. Okay, I'm just going to do book appointment. So this triggers a message. Okay, now I'm getting a call on my phone also. I'm getting a call from this international number. So let's just pick up the call, what it says.
Hi Anurag, this is Anamika calling from Angel Clinic. You submitted a form for a dental consultation. Just reaching out to help schedule that. Is now a good time?
Yes.
Great. Just to confirm, we have your name as Anurag and you're interested in dental care, right?
Yes.
Alright, Anurag, can I ask where you're located or the area you'd be coming from? So we can check clinic availability nearby. You can just mention a general area like a suburb or locality.
Ghaziabad.
Thank you for sharing, Anurag. And what kind of dental issue are you currently dealing with? It could be pain, cleaning, braces, or even just a checkup. This helps us prepare and ensure we guide you to the right specialty.
It's about cleaning.
I got it, Anurag. When would you be able to visit the clinic? Please mention a specific day and time that works for you, like Monday at 4 p.m. or Saturday morning around 11. Even an approximate slot like Wednesday after 3 p.m. helps.
Saturday 11 a.m.
Thanks so much, Anurag. We scheduled your appointment. You'll get a confirmation message shortly. Looking forward to seeing you at Angel. Take care. Your appointment is all set for Saturday at 11 a.m. in Ghaziabad for a cleaning. If you need any further assistance, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Anurag. Take care and see you soon at Angel Clinic. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, so I have booked an appointment. Let's just go and check if I received an email. Okay, so I can see one email I received for a meeting around 11 a.m., 11 to 12 for 1 hour. So this is the meeting invite which I got just after this call. Okay, so let's just see what happened here. So I'll just go to the execution. So let me just open this first execution. So it triggered at 12:15. We can see the timestamp here. So this was the first execution which triggered. So in this, what is happening? This is a webhook trigger. Basically, what it does, it just listens to the event being called to this particular API, and then it triggers another HTTP request, which is the retail AI which I'm using here. So let's just see. So this is the seeing here in the response. So let's just go to the flow that what happened the backside. So let me just go here. So this is the landing page webhook URL. So this is a webhook trigger, basically simple webhook trigger which I have created. And after this, I've integrated this retail API. So let's go to the retail and see what it's configured in retail. So it is basically taking this data. We can see this authorization also. This is a header authorization which I have used. So I have used the retail API key here. So I'll show that from where I got the key. And this is the request which I got. So you can see the from number, to number, override agent, all this data. I'll show you that how we have filled this particular data in the API. So let me go to retail. So I'm just opening retail AI. I'm just logging in. Okay, so what is done here is I have created this agent. So what we can do, first we go here and we create an agent. So what is the process to create an agent? This is a step that you can create an agent here. So I've created a voice agent here. And I just use single prompt agent here to create this. So maybe I can create another just for your reference. So this is the agent which is created. Now we need to fill the data inside this. So let's just go back to our previous agent. So this is a step to create how we can create agent. Let me just go back here. I just walk you through with the agent which I have created. So I'm just opening this agent. So what I've done in this is I have selected this voice. So I've used the voice of this particular accent. So I've used Monica's voice here. I can just show you, or you can search here. So this is more like of Indian accent. So that's when I use this voice. I selected it here. So the voice which we were seeing here on the call, it looked like more familiar with the Indian accent. So this is the reason I chose this voice agent, or this voice I selected. After this is the prompt which I have given. So this is the prompt, well-defined prompt, which is written here with the help of GPT. So I'll just share this prompt over my school community. Maybe you can just get it from there. Okay, so what this prompt is doing basically, it is first it is giving a welcome message. This is the objective of this, that your goal is to set the confirmed details by which the patient is sharing. So we have asked for these details. We have shared this details in the form: name, email, phone number. These are the rules, behavior rules, that is the tone of modulation, how it should behave, this agent, and what action it should take. So if it is, let's say, it's not a good time to talk, then it should handle it gracefully, and it should give a right message to the user, or a more polite message to the user. So we can set the tone of the message and the location it is asked for, dental concern, if you have any dental concern, so it asks about dental concern. So it has all this context in this prompt, what it is asking on the call. So this is what is defined in this particular prompt. So maybe you can get it from, no need to worry, you can just get it. And this is the trigger action which I have given, appointment booking. So what it is doing basically, it is sending this trigger function, and based on this the appointment is getting booked. So I'll show you that how I have created this trigger function. So this is the important step here which is done this. So this is the end call. It is a simple end call function, which after the call is finished, when the call is finished, you can just end this call. And this is the appointment booking. So in this, what is happening is, you can see there's a webhook which is getting called here. So in this, you can see there's a webhook which is getting which is configured here. So I'll just show you what is this webhook all about. Okay. So once you get the call, once you submit the form, you get the call on this webhook URL, which I'll show you where it is configured. So this webhook URL, if you look at this webhook URL, it is ending in 4600. I have configured this on this HTML page. So this is the simple HTML page, and this is the webhook URL which you can see here. It is ending with 4600 and it is 4600. So this is the webhook URL which is getting a request. Basically, once you submit the form, then this webhook URL listens to that particular request and it captures that request here. And after that, it sends this HTTP request to Retail AI, this API, and then this API, I'll maybe also show you that what is this Retail AI all about. So probably let me just open. Okay, so this is the API we can see here. So we have come here in this. Now let's go to dashboard, or we can go to API reference. So you can see this create phone call. This is the API which I am using, the NetFlow. So if I just copy this as a curl, so you can see all these parameters: from number, to number, override agent ID, override agent status, metadata. So all this data, which we can see here in this request. This is the from agent. So you don't need to worry. You can just simply import this here as a curl. So you can just copy paste it here from this. After copying it from here, you can just put it simply here in this flow, and you can just simply import it. It gets imported, and then you can after that, you need to just authorize it with the header authentication. So I'll just show you how the authentication is done. So in this authentication, you can see here in this API, this, just one second, this is header authentication, content type, application duration. Okay, this is the header authentication, authorization, BRI token. Okay, so how we do it in N8N is that you can select this header authentication. This is the type of authentication, a generic authentication type which you can select, and I think generic authentication credential which you can select it from here, and then it gives you option of selecting which type of authentication you want to select. So you can select header authentication, and then you can provide the key here. So this is the authorization. This is the key which I am giving. The value you need to give it from here. So I'll just show you from where you can give the key. Go to settings. Okay, let's go to settings, and then you can see the API key. So you can add your own API key here. This simply go here, just give some logical name like some anytime test or integration. You can create this and you can copy it from here once you create it, and then you can put it here in this, and you can put it in this format of okay, let me just open it here. What you can do expression, edit it. You can go here. You need to put it in this format, bearer hyphen token. So why we are doing it in this format, you can see it. This is the token authentication format, bearer token. So you need to give it in this format. I am just saving it. Okay. After that, what happens is that once it gets this request, or so this is the request which it triggers to the retail AI, and these are the parameters which it is sending. So from number we have given it, this is a from number, and this number is configured in Twilio. So I'll create a separate video that how we can configure a number in Twilio, and that number we need to use here in this flow, in this particular request. And the to number, I'm using my own number, so to number is coming from that form which I have submitted. Override agent ID, this is the agent ID. So this agent ID is something which I'm getting from retail AI. So you can see here, once I created this agent, this is the agent ID. So you can see this agent ID, you can just copy it from here. So once you copy it, you can just put it here in this. This is a agent ID which I'm using. These are the in name, phone number, and email ID. These are the variables which are, or these are coming as parameters from the previous request. So once it hits this, then the control goes to the retail AI. Okay. So when the control goes to retail AI, so in retail AI, this agent gets this request. So I've created an agent here. Let me just go to agent here. Okay, so now we come here. So this is the agent which I have created. So you need to create the agent here in this, and this agent is okay. So this prompt is given, the voice is selected for this agent, and then we have functions. In functions, we have end call and appointment booking. So appointment booking is the one which is important, and this is the basically function which is triggering the second flow in our anytime. So we have appointment booking. This is this particular function. This function has this this particular endpoint, and this endpoint, if you see here, this is my second endpoint for my second webhook. Okay, so if you look at this here, it is ending with 19C2, and if we go here, it is ending with 19C2. So this is the webhook which I have configured here, and these are the parameters which I have passed here. So these parameters also it is getting from the previous request: email ID, name, phone number, preferred time, location, concern. If you remember this, that when I was talking to the agent, then it was asking for all these details. Okay, email ID I had given in the form, name I have given in the form, preferred time, location, concern, it was asking me over the call. So it is that agent is passing all this data to this webhook with this request. Okay, so once I get this request, now let me just show maybe probably the second run of the flow. I can show in the execution. I think it'll be better here. Okay, so it is open here. So this was my second execution. So it basically listened to that particular request of appointment booking, and it sent this request. It sent this particular response to my next node. So you can see here. Let's go below, and probably we can see all this data. It's a from number, to number, direction. It has a lot of data. So the data which we are looking for is this data, appointment booking data, name, preferred time, location, concern. So it is sending all this data which we have seen here in this particular node. All this data it is sending me in this response. Okay, so once I get this response is passed to the AI agent, and AI agent is taking this as an input. You can see, and the preferred time, ID, email ID, all this data, current time, it is basically having all this data now. So this is the system prompt we can see here. So it is said that book the appointment for this and call this create event once you get this data. Okay, so once we get this data, we call this create event. Okay, and this is the OpenAI chat model which I've used GPT-4 mini. So this is this is calling the create event after it gets this data, and once it's basically create or just book the appointment, then it basically logs this data or updates this data in the sheet also. So I'll show you the Google Sheet which I have connected here. So we can see here, or let's go back to our flow, workflows. So I have configured my Google Sheet account, my Google account basically. So I'm hosting it on my VPS cloud. So I have to configure this client ID, client secret. For this, I had to create my account in Cloud Console, and from there, I'm getting this client ID from client secret. So I have. If you have any question on how we can integrate this Google Sheet, you can probably comment on this video, and then I can share that flow also, that how we can create all this or how we can integrate this Google Sheet account on a hosted environment. So this is the Google Sheet which it is fetching, and this is the sheet which I'm using, and I'm updating all this data in from the response which I was getting. Detail AI call, name I'm putting here, email ID, concern, and preferred time. Also all this data I'm putting here in this sheet. So let's go to sheet also once and see what it has updated. So you can see name, email ID, location I have not updated, I think, concern, preferred time. So all this data which I got from the agent on the call, that I've also logged in the sheet. Okay, so I would say this is an important flow, that how we can streamline, or you can see that when I filled this form, it did not take even a minute after submitting this form, and I got the call immediately. So it basically saves the time when you book an appointment and you want to retain your customer also. Okay, thank you everyone. So probably you can just comment me if you have any query. I'll share this on my school community. You can get it from there. Thank you.